Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I'm breathing so hard because I parked really far today, but happy Halloween if you celebrate it. I don't, but happy Halloween if you do. So yeah, quick update of yesterday and today. So yesterday, Monday, we just had med surge and we went over immunity, and so we didn't finish. So today for pharmacology, we didn't start like anti-infective meds or anything, so we just kind of had like a little, like, it wasn't, you can't even count it as clinical, but they told us if we wore our clinical outfits we would get to leave early. So right now it's 12, so she kept her word. So for pharmacology, we just we went over like basics of pharmacology again, like just the first couple of chapters that we did in pharmacology. So what's pharmacokinetics, pharmacotherapeutics, those stuff. And then yeah, we're switching groups finally, so I won't have to wake up early for clinical. So I'm happy about that. And so we're hoping that, like, since we're switching with the other group, we're hoping that like she just keeps us that way once we're switched, so then we'll stay until the end of clinicals. And so our clinicals end on November 22nd, so like 3 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. And then after that we start OB. So that's basically what's been going on for these past 2 days. And so tomorrow we have med surg again. We're gonna finish up the immunity chapter. I think we're gonna start another chapter, I'm not sure. Thursday and Friday we have clinicals at the other site. I'm excited. And it's gonna be with my whole group, my same group, so I don't have to switch anymore and like leave my group behind. It's gonna be all of us, so that's great. And then yeah, the next week we have break. I think it's fall recess or something like that. So yeah, you guys won't be getting a blog/vlog from me next week because I don't have school. So I will see oh crap, I'll see you guys tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. I'm trying to keep my vlogs shorter now because, you know, I feel like I could just summarize what I did in the days instead of just doing each day. So yeah, I'll see you guys some other time this week and give you a summary, and then after that I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. So yeah, bye. Hey guys, happy Friday. TGIF. The week is over, which means that we're gonna have a 1 week break. We have off and no school next week. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna give you guys an update for Wednesday, Thursday, and today. So Wednesday, we just had med surg and pharmacology. So in med surg we did like we continued with immune diseases like HIV, like autoimmune diseases like lupus, stuff like that. And then in pharmacology in the afternoon, we went over like immunity medications, so like antibiotics and all these long names that I can't remember. So yeah, and then we got to go home. So yesterday we started we did clinical at the new site, and we absolutely hated it. Like, the only plus side for me was that it's close to home, but we just felt like, so I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you that like there was two clinical groups. My group went to like one that was like 30-45 minutes away from me. The other group went to one that's 5 minutes away from me. So my group, we got to do like injections, meds, all this stuff over there, and the other group was complaining that they didn't get to do anything. And so our teacher made a switch for this week. So we got there, and I guess because the other group had been complaining, they laid it on us hard yesterday. I'm talking about, I feel like the nurses felt offended that they said that the other group wasn't doing anything, but basically they didn't differentiate that it was two different groups. They just saw us all as like green, so they treated us mean, bars. But yeah, they were not welcoming at all. They made us feel like we were in the way. It's just like, we're student nurses. Why accept us in your facility as a clinical site if you don't want us to do anything? We weren't allowed to give meds. We weren't allowed to do anything. We were basically doing things in fundamentals. And even at that, a lot of us walked into the room and our patients were already done, already dressed, already in the day room. And it's kind of like we had nothing to do, even though our teacher told them leave the patients. It's like they didn't want us to be bothered, or they didn't want to bother with us. Like, we went to the nurses station, checked our charts. They moved us from the nurses station, like, please guys, go somewhere else. Go into that room. We went into that room. We're looking at the patient's chart, trying to get all this information about our patient. They're like, you know what? Come over here. Come over here. You guys go over there. It was kind of like, what you guys are doing is not important. And even like when I went to go take report from my nurse, like in the other facility, we go and take report. Nurse gives us the rundown, like how you would talk to another nurse. My guy was like, yeah, patient does this. And I'm like, is there anything else I need to know? No. I'm like, okay. And it wasn't only me. Everyone else in my group said they had the same experience with like getting report. And it's just kind of, I don't know. It comes back to the saying that nurses eat their young. Like, you guys were nurses students too once. How would you feel if people were just brushing you off, didn't take you serious, didn't take what you were doing serious, when we're going to be in your position one day? We're trying to learn. It was very, very frustrating how rude they were to us. And we immediately missed our old facility. Like, it's like missing home. Like, we wanted to go back home. We were sad that we had to spend another day. So, yesterday, also my patient, she was a larger woman, so I needed 3 people to help me. So it took 4 of us to turn the person. And so I didn't get to do an assessment. Honestly, yesterday, like, how we were being treated, I didn't even feel like they weren't going to take my vitals serious anyway. Like, the nurses didn't even want to get report from us. That's how sucky it was yesterday. Like, they didn't even want to get report from us. They want to give report. They didn't want us looking in the chart. They didn't want us touching the patient. And it's like, what's the point of, I don't know if they get bonus points or like reimbursement for having schools go to clinicals there, but I don't know. What's the point of having clinicals there? So my teacher, my new teacher kind of got mad that I didn't really do a head-to-toe assessment. So today, he assigned me a new patient. And once again, I didn't even bother getting report from the nurse. But the nurse did see me. But it's like, she didn't even care if I got report from her. It's kind of like, oh, okay, you're going to be taking care of her. Well, you could, help her if she wants to go to the day room. It wasn't even, it's like I was a freaking, not even, I don't know, like a patient care technician. That's how they were treating us. Not even as nursing students, not even as like a CNA student, even though we're not. It was like a patient care technician where, okay, you're going to play with this patient for a while until you're ready to leave. So I went and I told my teacher, I'm like, yeah, my lady's already dressed. They already did the bed bath. She's in her chair. She's doing her makeup. Should I just go help my students? He's like, oh, just do a head-to-toe assessment. So I feel like he thought that I was slacking or I didn't know how to do a head-to-toe assessment. So he was like, okay, I'm going to meet you in your room. So I'm like, okay. So I went to my patient's room and he met me there and he's like, okay. So I'm like, okay. So, at first I pulled out, they had like blood pressure, temperature, O2, whole like kit thing. Like the automatic one. So I tried to use that to do the blood pressure, but it kept acting up. So he was like, oh, why didn't you do a manual blood pressure? Do you know how to do one? I'm like, yeah, I do. So I started my head-to-toe assessment. Did the blood pressure, lung sounds, bowel sounds, palpated the abdomen. I did everything. And he was like, yeah, that was really good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, like, I know I'm lazy sometimes. I could attest to that. I am lazy sometimes, but I do know what I'm doing. So once he saw me do the head-to-toe assessment, he said it was really good. I'm like, do you want me to do anything else? He's like, no, you're good. You could help out your classmates. I'm like, oh, all right. So that's how today went, but it actually wasn't that bad. And I asked him questions and stuff like that, so he became cool. It's just like from yesterday, I guess he saw me as like, this girl don't want to do nothing. She didn't even want to do an assessment on her patient, so I'm going to get her today. But he didn't get me today by the grace of God. All right? So that's how my week went. So I'm so glad to be home. Next week, no school. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Don't miss me too much, guys. But, you could look back on my old videos or you can check out my main channel. It's RubyC. The link will be in the description box below if you want to see more of what I'm doing outside of nursing school. So if you like this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.